This video will guide you through creating alerts in the system. Alerts are commonly used for sending notifications such as insurance expiration, resident lease expiration, pet tag expiration, and more. To get started, look for the user icon at the top right-hand corner of the page. Click on it to open the drop-down menu, then select Alerts. This will display all current alerts in the system, whether they are enabled or disabled. When you click on an alert, you'll see its details and settings. This is where you can edit configurations such as the condition, title, trigger email content, and also enable or disable the alert. To add a new alert, click the gray button at the top. To better understand what to select or enter, let me walk you through each section. The alert section at the top is where you enter the name of the alert. The checkboxes in the description section allow you to enable or disable the alert, and the CC Me option lets you receive a copy whenever the system sends this alert, while the blank field in this section is where you can add a description of the alert. The building section is set to All Buildings by default. This means the alert will apply to all properties or associations you manage. This option is useful for properties with multiple buildings or associations, as it allows you to select a specific building if needed. The Type section lets you choose what kind of alert this will be, and the Field section is automatically filled once you select the alert type. The Conditions section is where you configure when the alert will trigger, such as every 2 months, within 30 days, or based on your preferred setup. The Next Run section is automatically set to the next scheduled run date. You can leave it as is or adjust it to a future date if you want to delay the start of the alert. The Recurrence section works a bit differently from what you might expect. This setting determines how often the system checks the database to send alerts based on the conditions you've set. For example, if you choose every weekday, the system will check the database each weekday and identify residents or homeowners who meet the criteria for this alert. Those users will then receive the alert. This means the recurrence does not control how often the alert is sent, but rather how often the system runs and identifies recipients who meet the criteria. The Action section is where you configure the alert itself. This works similarly to creating an email or sending a blast email to residents. And before creating the alert content, it's important to understand tags. Tags are used to insert specific details tied to each resident. Since alerts are sent in bulk to users who meet certain criteria, tags ensure that each recipient only sees their own information. This means no resident will see another resident's details, only their own. Here's an example of how tags are used when creating the alert content. Once you're done setting up the alert, scroll all the way down and click Save. To learn more about the Alerts module, click on Learn in the top right-hand corner of the system to access related training videos.